I'm going to try to be healthier since the new year. I'm going to cut out sugar for a little while and just try to stay healthier. So my son is on a carnivore diet and he's been bugging me for months to go on it. And I'm not going to go on it 100%. I have to have vegetables. That's just the way it is. So this is what I'm going to show you today. It's called a keto stuffed cabbage roll. And it's really good. And I'm going to show you how to make it. I just took it out of the oven, but now I'm going to show you how I did that. I do have a YouTube buddy named Linda, and her channel is Easy Cooking with Linda B. And she made a recipe just yesterday or the day before, and she did a sweet and tangy cabbage roll, and they look absolutely delicious, and I will try those later. But I did want to do something a little different, so I'm going to try this one. This is new for me too. I haven't made this before. It has cauliflower rice in it and some other really good ingredients. So I'm going to show you how to make this, and I will link Linda's channel in my description. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a great looking meal. Okay, all the ingredients you're going to need to make these cabbage rolls is 1 large head of cabbage, 2 cups of cauliflower rice that's in that yellow bowl in the back. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of onion, 1 teaspoon of fresh garlic, I'm using minced, 1 pound of 90% lean ground beef. I'm using 96% lean ground beef, and it doesn't matter. You can use 90% if you want. I'm using a 1/4 cup of dried parsley. You can use fresh parsley or dried. I'm using 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of ground nutmeg, 1 egg whisked, and 2 cups of marinara sauce. So that's everything that's going to go into making these. So you want to get a large pot. I'm getting a tall large pot, and you want to put like 3/4 the way of water and a bunch of salt. I'm not measuring it, and you're going to boil your cabbage in this water until it's kind of real bright green, and probably just about 10 minutes. You're not going to fully cook it, but you're just going to boil it for a few minutes. While you're boiling your water for your cabbage, you can either do this now, cut the core out with the paring knife or a knife. You can either cut this out now or afterwards. I'm going to try to do it beforehand, where you just kind of cut around the core pretty deep, like this. And then you can just kind of remove it. There's different ways to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. So you're going to have it kind of like this. There might be a little more around. We're going to immerse this right into the water, the boiling salt water. We're going to boil it till everything softens up. Could be anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to fully cook it. You just want to soften it. So you can see it's starting to boil. Now you can take your cabbage and just put it in, immerse it right in. And we're going to leave that in probably 5 to 7 minutes just so it's softened. You're going to want about 2 cups of what they call cauliflower rice. And the way you make it is you just put this in. You can either grate it with the cheese grater, or you can put it in a food processor and just grind it up till it's real small, like what rice would be. And then we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes on the stove. And here's your cauliflower rice. It's all broken down. Hey, here's your cabbage, and you can see there it's real green, and that's what you want, and they're softened. That's how you know it's done. It's been boiling about 7 minutes, so we're going to turn off the stove right now. So you just want to put your cauliflower rice in a bowl for now. So you can see the color and the softness. That's how you want it. So we do everything in different stages and steps. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our onion, garlic, and our cauliflower rice in a pan. We're going to brown it about 3 to 5 minutes until it's just kind of golden. Now I'm using a shallot instead of onion. You can use either one. I decided I want to use a shallot. And you're just going to mix everything in a pan. And you want to brown this all, the onions or shallot, whatever you want to use, with your garlic and your cauliflower, about 5 minutes until it's golden brown. The next step, and this doesn't have to be in the exact sequence that I'm doing this in. It could be however you want, but you need to put 3/4 of a cup in a 9 by 13 inch pan, which is exactly where these cabbage rolls are going to be cooking. So you want to put 3/4 of a cup in a 9 by 13 pan. Okay, the last step before we start rolling everything in the cabbage, we're going to salt and pepper. You're going to put all the other ingredients in here, including 1 egg, a pinch of nutmeg, parsley, and I am going to add garlic powder, even though the recipe doesn't call for it. And I do have to get a 1/2 cup of the marinara goes in here, along with your cauliflower mixture that you cooked on the stove. And it has the onion or the shallot and the garlic in here too. The only thing I need to go get is some pepper. So what we're going to do is mix this all together, just like you would a meatloaf. And it is still very hot, so I'll be back. Get like a wooden spoon for now and kind of mix everything in. So this is going to be your filling for the cabbage rolls. We're going to mix everything together, and then we're going to put, I can't really tell you how much, maybe 1/4 of a cup inside the cabbage leaf. We'll see when we get to there. Almost forgot our Italian seasoning, so I'm adding that in right now. And I would say about probably 1/2 teaspoon. It's the kind that's kind of a rub type. It's not the ground kind. So I would say about 1/2 teaspoon. We're going to do our very first one, and probably about this much, and I can't really tell you how much it is. But what you want to do is roll it like a burrito, kind of like this. And then you can take the ends like this, kind of just like that, and you're going to put it in your pan. So again, probably about 1/4 of a cup, something like that. And you want to kind of shape it like this. And fold the sides and then fold the ends like that. So I'm going to continue with the rest of these, and I will see you when I'm done. This is our finale. What you're going to do is take the remainder 3/4 a cup of marinara, and you're just going to kind of pour it over. And this made only 11, and some people, they get more. I guess it depends on your cabbage. So I'm just sprinkling the rest of the marinara over this, and I'm going to cover this tightly with foil and put it in a 350-degree oven. It's supposed to bake for 1 hour. So we'll see you in an hour. I just took it out of the oven. Doesn't that look wonderful? It looks great. So it baked for 1 hour, so I'm going to check it and then we'll taste it. Okay, it looks done. We'll give it a try. I just cut this up in bite-sized pieces. The reason I know this is good, even though I haven't tried it, is because it smells unbelievably delicious. I can just tell, I can smell a little bit of nutmeg that's in it. So let's give it a try. It's really good. If you like cabbage, this is so healthy and so delicious. I would highly recommend this if you're trying to stay away from carbs, because this is totally low carb. There's hardly anything in here. I can't even think of what's in here that is carb, but I know there are some. So I hope you give this recipe a try, and I hope everyone has a wonderful new year.